Okay, so just in case anybody wants to check this. So welcome again, guys, to this Python programming boot camp. And my name is Long, and today I will introduce you to Python, basically in programming. And this is for everybody who actually wants to learn programming or always wanted to do that and never or is missing the last push, because many people have this desire to do that, but sometimes they lack some person who pushes them or some guide or something, right? And yeah, so now welcome in. I prepared some kind of very short agenda, which basically goes from a quick introduction of what awaits you if you commit yourself to stay with me in until the next few months, because this is not just for today. This is also for a weekly thing where you always can come back and then you learn it. And yeah, so let me share my screen actually. Wait, is this? Yeah, I think this works like this. Oh yeah, you can see my screen, right? Okay. So I just prepared this. I need to go to my screen. And we call this the coding adventure onboarding. Okay, this is for bloody beginners who have no clue about that. And the first thing which I want to introduce you is the tools which we are going to use, but before that, I need to tell you something which is even more important. And that's your reason for programming, because I have so many people who come to me because they see my Instagram images, which look so cool, and wow, programming should be sound so easy and funny. Or when I show them some automation, which I did, and then they just want to code. And then after, I don't know, two weeks, they stop it because they don't know what they really want to do. They just got hyped and motivated, and then they left this adventure. And that's why if you really consider to do that, talk with somebody who already is doing that and have a goal actually. Because when I started programming, it was like 2014. So basically eight years ago. The reason why I wanted to code is because I wanted to code Jarvis, the AI from Iron Man. You all know Iron Man, and this when he goes into his suit and then he's like, Jarvis, how many bots do I have left? And then he comes and does anything he wants or whatever, That was my only reason why I wanted to do that. And that's why I had something which kept me going. It was a really big goal, and I just did it. And the closest thing I did was building a smart mirror, which basically is just a mirror which had a touch screen. And I could talk with the mirror because it was connected to a voice assistant like Alexa, and it showed me some stuff on the mirror as well. So super cool. I think maybe you also saw that already. Yeah, so that's why this is the first thing you really need to consider if you really want to go into this programming jungle, because that's really, it's a curse and a blessing. So that's just a really, like one of the most important things, okay? And now, the first part which I want to tell you is just like, because Snow here wanted to learn programming and she has no clue, like which is not bad, we just need to know where to start, and that's why we are here. And because I know many of you already know a lot of stuff, how to do something. You already wrote code in different languages and all this stuff. But today I just want to give you a quick rundown of what awaits you in the next weeks if you want to stick with me. And yeah, so we basically will go down this path here. I would explain to you what tools you will need and the fundamentals of programming, and then some principles. And then also in the future, you will start a project with me or on your own, and I will help you. And then some other aspects which are super important in the future, like building your network and creating more so you can get a job as a software engineer. So this is like the final goal, okay? And this is also the essence of this community, because I wanted to have a place which I wish I had when I started programming, because I didn't have anybody who helped me to code or something. And that's the quick or the short agenda for today. And yeah, So most of you all probably already are familiar with those points which I have here right now. So for some people it could be a little bit boring, but just wait until we get to this part where we start a project, because that's probably the most interesting part for Monet or Isaac, probably, I don't know, or Faisal, I don't know. Yeah, so the first thing you need to do, and another thing which I really need to mention is that many people start with some boot camps, or they go to Udemy courses or something, and then those courses, they just teach you something off the hook, and you start with Git or something, for example, and you don't even write any line of code, and then you already are how do you say it? You get a overflow in your brain. You have to understand so many principles which doesn't make any sense, and you don't even see any code. You know, that's why then people get discouraged, and then they stop it. And that's why I think I know what I need to tell you if you really want to start programming. And the first thing which you also need to understand is the tools to code. And this is the page which I started here for you. And you need to understand that programming is like a tool, okay? And because many people think this is like a profession where you have to code, and coding is one skill, just with one specific gadget or something. But programming is like a skill which you can transfer on anything, and if you understand the principles, you can do anything. And the first thing you need to do is like you need to have like when you are an artist, you need a piece of paper, right? But we don't write on paper. We write on our editor. So if you ever open something with like the editor on Windows or Mac, that's the place where we write our code, right? And we call this IDE. Snow, that's super important for you, because I saw you showed some screenshots from what you are using, which you learned from Tech with Tim, which is very outdated. So nobody is using that anymore. And that's why just remember this is called IDE, which is the abbreviation for Integrated Development Environment. Something like this. And I think everybody else here probably knows that. And then we need a programming language, and we decided to go with Python because it's one of the easiest and simple programming languages out there. And you can do a lot of things with that. So you can go into web development, data science. You also could develop games, but not for phones or something. But you could do that because you also need to understand programming is like let's say it differently. If you want to chop down a tree, you can use your pocket knife, you can use a sword, an axe, or a chainsaw, right? And that's how programming is as well. So you need to understand what programming language or what is the power of each programming language. And we just choose Python because they are like a pocket knife which you can use for anything. And then Snow, documentation. Okay? Your best friend in programming is documentation. Anything you want to do exists already, and you can read it up on the internet. But there are some pages which you will learn and get in touch when we go further. But that's what you really need to know. So you don't need to do everything from heart. You don't need to remember everything. Everything you see and need to use is written somewhere. That's what you need to know, okay? And then we also have something which is called a storage, where you have to store your code. You know, like, I don't know, you all probably use Google Drive. And the thing with coding is when you write something, and you know how quickly you can change it, right? So you write print hello world, and then you go to the next one, and then the next one, and then 5 hours later, you will think, oh, my code doesn't work anymore. Maybe I go back to the first version which I had, which was still working. And then what do? Control Z, right? 500 times. This would be the first approach of anybody who doesn't know how to store your code. And that's why we have something which is called Git. And Git is just like your storage where you can keep different versions of your code. It's like Google Drive just for code. But you also can save images and music and anything you want on the platform which is called Git, okay? GitHub. Oh wait, where's my computer, github.com. Here. Oh, this is my repository, and this is how it looks like. And then you have your storage, like your folders, and then I have many storages or folders, which you want to call this, and where I keep my code. And yeah, that's basically the Git, what we are talking about. Okay. So, and then another thing which we need to be aware of is the way how you communicate or how you write your code, you know, because I told you before, we have the editor, like for example, wait, I need to change my screen. Can I do that? Change my, wait, give me a second. I'll just share my screen so you can see everything. Display capture. Okay, wait. Oh shit. But do you have any questions so far, guys? If you have any questions, you can just talk. You don't need to wait until I stop or something.
We're good. I'm good.
Okay, wait. Desktop. Where's my desktop, man? Is this my desktop? No. Oh shit.
Long, just to touch, you will go into IDE. What is recommended, or
yeah, that's what I will do.
Especially for snow, yeah, because I know that's quite intimidating if you go into, or it was for me personally. You know what IDE to use, and
yeah, I totally get that. That's where we also move in a few seconds. I just wanted to share my screen. That's why it took a second. Okay, wait.
no,
Perfect. So can you see that now? Wait, where's my face? Oh. I need to put it here. Oh, no, I'm back. Okay. Look at this. Okay, so you need to be aware of how you communicate with your code, right? An artist has a piece of paper, and they take a pen, and then they just do like this, and then you created something, right? Or you use what is it called? A brush? Yeah, a brush, and then you can paint something also, you know, and you can use many different pens. And what we use is we use the code, the programming language, and our paper is called IDE, and there are many different types, but many people recommend different ones because they like to use them when they were starting or something. And I'm going to show you some IDEs or your paper, which is pretty easy to work with because sometimes it's very complicated, and that's what I want to avoid and keep you from doing, okay? And so you know something like this. Wait, where's my editor? So the first thing which everybody knows is this thing, right? Can you see that? Yeah, the editor, where you have nothing. It's just a piece of paper where you can write notes. Hello, something. It does nothing. You can't even write code, but it doesn't do anything here. Hello. Nothing, right? This is just basic stuff, which I use for my notes. But then we have something which is called Notepad++. If you are on Windows, I think it also exists on Mac, but I'm not sure. But this is something which, if you are on Windows, just use this one. And if you're on Mac, just go with PyCharm. This is super important. This is like made for Python, and this is from the company JetBrains, and this looks super cool. And wait, maybe I can show it to you. PyCharm. Oh no, please don't open this. Yes. Okay, wait, let me check this. Give me a second. Okay, I will show you my code here. Oh, what is this? Okay. So maybe I don't have anything which you should not see. Okay, so this is an IDE, and this is called PyCharm. You know, Snow, this is super important for you because you use something which looked like this, right? Your weird white window, and then you had something like this, and it says print hello, or so, which makes sense. But this is like the lowest level. But what we have here is like a whole user interface where you have all your folders here on the left, as you can see here, and then you have different like sections where you can open code. So you see I have this and this, blah blah blah, and then I have some different code where I do something, and yeah, and this also is your terminal, and yeah, that's basically what I just wanted to tell you. Moni, does it make sense to you?
Yes, yeah. No, I'm also playing on PyCharm at the moment. So
Perfect. Because there also are different ones like Visual Studio Code or something, but I prefer this one. But everybody has some kind of preference to use something. But with this one, you can't do anything wrong. You know, and you also have some kind of formation and highlighting of your text. You know, as you can see here, yesterday we just did some example for snow. We just requested a page from Instagram, and then you see the print is blue. And on your IDE, which you used before, it was just black, you know. And that's why it helps you to see your code with more structure, and you can code faster with that one. And an IDE also gives you a lot of help to write your code. Yeah, but that's what you will see when we go further someday. Okay, so let's go back. Where is this? We have this one, and yeah. So any questions so far? So this was like the rundown of your tools which you need to code. Hello. Yeah, guys, if you have any questions, just write them in the chat as well. So I have it opened now as well. So wait, where's my? Okay, so the next one are the fundamentals, and this is if you really consider to code, this is something which you have to start with. And yeah, so this is the list of fundamentals which you really need to understand first, because every programming language does the same. Okay, like I said, you can chop down a tree with anything. You can use your axe, your sword. You can even use a gun. It doesn't matter. It's a matter of how efficient you want to cut down your tree, right? A chainsaw would be the best. But now imagine you use your chainsaw, and let's say Python is your chainsaw. And now you take this chainsaw and you want to what else do we want? You want to open a can, yeah, to eat your tuna. I don't think using a chainsaw to open your tuna can is good, right? So you need something which is a little bit flexible, a little more flexible, which can use that. And then, for example, it's JavaScript. It can be. But then there are other programming languages which can be a chainsaw, and they can open your small can of tuna, right? So that's what you need to be aware of. And that's why everybody is telling you, hey, go and learn front-end development or web development, because it's the easiest approach to get into programming. But the downside of this is, because it's so easy, the market of front-end developers and basically web developers is so high. So like the supply is very high, but demand is not as high as you think, you know. That's why it could be very hard for you to get a job as a front-end developer. But it's also possible, of course. This is what I did, but it just depends on your network and the connections which you have. That's why I'm telling you, you have to build your network, right? And because the network opens any door for you. And yeah, so just write down those fundamentals, and we also can go down through them after this if you want. But today we just want to go through the principles. And yeah, so it's data structures, and examples for data structures are here you have like integer, like my name on Instagram. That's why my name is long.integer. And then you have a double, you have float, you have list. Oh, can you see that? You have float, and then you also have dictionary. Then you have sets. You know, those are data structures, right? And you need to be aware of what exists so you can code actually. You know, it's like you have your chainsaw and it has 5 buttons, and you need to be aware what kind of button should I actually put on this chainsaw to use it. That's how you can imagine the data structure. So that's just an example, okay? And then we have the other one, which are data and file types. And all of you probably know what JPEGs are, and PNGs, and MP4, MP3, everything like that. So you need to be aware of that. And if you work with data, it's even more important, okay? That's why be aware of those data types, like those ones here. JSON, XML, CSV, and then we have what else is common? Like PNG and JPEG. Yeah, something like this. For example, Isaac, can you tell me what the difference between PNG and JPEG is?
PNG is support transparent and only support a big color, whereas JPEG can do like 16-bit, 32, but it compress a bit. Both compresses actually. Yeah.
Perfect. You see, that's the thing. So for me, because I don't work with many images or something, all I need to know is when you have a picture and you have a transparent background, the background stays transparent with PNG. And a JPEG has a smaller file size because all the pixels are like, I don't know, I don't even know how it's called, but it's more spread and it's not so detailed like on PNGs or something. Isaac, is that right? Perfect. Okay, so that's exactly basically it. And yeah, but you won't work with in detail with those image types, but more with types how you can store images. And those are, or like the most important ones are JSON and XML and CSVs. Because accountants, people in the hospital, in the car industry, anything, they all work with CSV files and JSON. And that's why you need to be aware of that. And also, if you look at the data from Instagram, it's all written or returned in JSON. So write them down, take a look how it looks like, and understand it. And then we can go further. And then the next ones are like very basic, all the algorithms actually, like the loops, conditions, and frameworks, all that stuff. Like for example here, Python's, oh my god, full retarded, Python sandbox. So this is a sandbox. This is also a place where you can just write code. You don't even need your own IDE or something. You just can go here and then you can write some code. So this is just some very basic example where I write some code. And I think everybody here already did that. And this is your paper where you write, and then you can just run it, and then it does what you just told the code to do. And you need to be aware of something like this, like if A equals 5, and then print hello. Moni, can you tell me what happens when I run this code now? It's a test.
It's going to print hello.
Oh, really? How often?
Only once.
Once. Okay, let's see. Nice. It prints hello, and then it says error. Because I wanted to show you. Wait, can I go further? Yeah, I can go further. Can you see that still? Yeah, you can. Okay, so this is like a condition which I was talking about. Because you see, I don't know. Who can I ask? Like Tess, do you know this structure? I think you know, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so you could explain it to me, right? Then I need to ask somebody like low roller, man. Are you familiar with code or something? Oh, or he's not here anymore. Oh, he's writing. Nope, not at all. Why do I suddenly feel like in school? No, I just want to see if you guys are following me or not. Yeah, anyways, okay. Then, starving, how about you? Tell me. Can you explain to me what this means and what is missing? Hello? Where's starving? There. Lol, I've done a bit of JavaScript for digital ads. That's about it. Nice. Yeah, JavaScript and Python are similar actually. Okay, so is anybody writing this? Or I will just do it. Okay, so guys. Yeah, exactly. So this is like a basic structure which you need to understand as well, because in the real world we have conditions like let's say if you have some money on your bank account, you can go and buy NFTs. Okay, so that's an example. If you can't do it, and that's the same with coding. You just need to transfer what you just said into programming language, and this is what we're doing right now. So let's say a bank account. This is what I have to write, because when you code, you need to create something into existence. You need to how do you say it? Not create something into existence, speak it into existence. So we have something which is called bank account, and then we say your bank account is 5 because I have $5 and I want to buy NFTs. And now I say, if my bank account has 5, then I say buy NFTs. Okay? That makes sense, right? So you need to understand how you translate your language into this one. So let's see what it does when I print it. And then you see the first one is here, print hello. And then it says my bank account is 5. And then that, because it's 5, so if my bank account is 5, I will print it. So that's basic condition. And if you understand this logic already, you can move further and go to the next ones, okay? And now let's change this one. Snow, what happens now? I can't even see your screen. Oh my God, you can't see my screen? Okay, you need to, oh my God, what have you done all this time? Okay, you also are muted. We can't hear you.
Wait, would it be undefined?
Answered, Sensei.
Undefined? I
Like, since
can't
over
unmute
and
myself.
then
Okay, wait, let me
defined.
unmute you.
Sorry.
Oh no. Okay. Isaac, do you know what will happen now?
Like, I'm guessing because like we defined the exact value of bank account equals to 5, and we didn't define what happens if it's not 5. That's why it's undefined. It won't print it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Snow, can you see it now?
The thing is, I can only see. No, I can't see
Rotate.
it.
Rotate. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. No, it's my. The screen. Your screen is really small. Like it's just. It's cut. I don't know.
Can you see it now?
This one.
No, I see 77, but I don't see like the whole screen.
What the heck?
Yeah.
That's
I
weird.
can only see like the zoom version.
Okay,
Zoomed.
is you on a small device maybe? Yeah, it's on, I think you're on an iPad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how it looks like on an iPad, but I printed a screenshot into the chat. Guys, tell me, what will be returned? What do you think? This is very, very simple. So you can just say,
hello.
I would also say nothing, because you said it must be explicit to the amount of 5.
exactly. Okay, so just check it out, guys. And now we print it, we start it, and then you can see it does nothing. It just prints hello, because hello is not in the condition, but this one is in the condition. That's why nothing's happening. And Isaac also said nothing will happen, and Monet, and also Alf. That's why you know this is like basic conditions in Python. Okay, that's it. And now let's go back to this one. So you see, that's why I mentioned to you all of that, and you need to understand that on your own. If you just copy it and write it down, then you didn't learn it. So you need to understand it. You need to write your own code. And let's say, for example, I say now this. What happens now, Isaac?
Because it's greater than 5. Like if the bank account is greater than 5, and the bank account currently is 774, that means that it will print by NFTs. Is greater or equal then, right? Or else then no NFT for you.
Okay, what happens now?
It won't print no NFT for you, just print by NFTs, because even though if it's more than 5, like there's a if statement, that means it's more than 5, they will print by NFTs.
Okay,
Less than 5,
perfect.
NFTs for-
So let's run it and see what happens. So it says buy NFTs because, as Isaac said correctly, this number, because your number got transferred into something which is called variable, okay? Like a variable. So this is like a placeholder, okay? He's acing the questions. Yes. And so that's what you need to understand. That's a basic principle, okay? And so I just put this number into this term, and then it asks if this term is greater or equals 5. And then it does this. And now, if I do like this, for money, what is happening now?
So your first statement is not true, so it will go to no NFT for you.
Okay, let's see. No NFT for you. Done. Perfect. So you see, this is the basic understanding you need to have if you want to code. You know, you need to translate your language into programming language, and that's it. And did anybody not understand what happened here? Because I assume everybody understood. Hello?
I have verstanden.
I understood.
I understand.
Perfect. Okay, so that's very, very simple. Let's go back to this one. And another thing you need to just put into your vocabulary is the word frameworks or framework. Okay. I think Faisal, it was you, right? You worked with Flask right now?
Yep, I've paused it, but I'm planning to work with it more. Flask.
Amazing. So it's nice to see you here, by the way. So how would you describe a framework?
A framework is like how will I say this? Is a bunch of commands and all granular stuff. Maybe a bunch of, how will I put this in normal words? It's like the entire programming language is being wrapped up for you so that it will be easier to build applications.
Exactly,
So,
exactly.
so the complex part of the language are being wrapped up or are being layered on top of something easier to use.
Exactly, exactly. That's basically it. So frameworks basically are just structures which already have been written, which you can use to speed up your whole development. That's basically what frameworks do for you. And that's why when you write, for example, who doesn't know what Shopify is? I think everybody knows what Shopify is, right? Yeah, we do. Okay, perfect.
No.
So, what? You don't know what Shopify is?
I don't think so.
Really? Okay, perfect. Then we
I
can
also
explain
don't
it.
know.
What? Really? Okay. Who can explain Shopify? Hello?
It's a e-commerce website builder.
Yeah, let's check this out, guys. Oh, wrong key. Shopify. Let's see. So Shopify, it says #1 e-commerce platform for all businesses. Start, run, and grow your business with Shopify. Wow, it doesn't even explain what it is. So Shopify basically is a framework for people who don't know how to code, and it's a drag and drop system. So if you want to build a web page, you open it up, like maybe you can see it here, Shopify. Oh, we can't see it. CMS. Let's check if this is here. Example. Hello? Or maybe this one? Maybe this one? Okay, look at this. Can you see it? Yeah, so if you open Shopify somewhere, it will have a predefined web page for you. Well, at first you have to install Shopify somewhere, and then it just creates web pages for you. You just have to put in the title or what you want to show on the web page, and then it just creates this page for you. And it even offers all the payment systems, the security, and all the items and listings like you can see on Amazon. And that's what a framework does. But this is like a high level framework, you know, because you use it as a person who wants to leverage it into your business. And what we do with frameworks in coding is they give you some, like, it's imagine you want to you are a cook, and now you at home you have like 5 knives, okay, but all of them are very small. And instead of going out and buying a big ass knife so you can chop down your huge piece of meat or something, you just go somewhere and ask your neighbor, for example, because he has this. Hey, can I borrow this one from you? And he said, yeah, just use this, man. Here's the big ass knife, and or I don't know, man, this thing which can chop down your meat into pieces, because your small little knives can't do that, you know. That's basically what frameworks do for you, because you also could do it yourself. Okay, does it make sense? Low roller, no problem, man. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Okay. Snow, does it make sense to you? Or Tess and Faisal?
Yep, it does.
Yeah, it does. Okay, so that's basically what frameworks are like. Monet, you know WordPress.
Yes, I do.
Perfect. Shopify is like WordPress. Okay?
Awesome.
But the difference is that Shopify actually is completely made just for e-commerce. So it's completely based to create your platform where you can sell your t-shirts or something. For example, you know Max, right? Max, Twitch, boom. Look at this. Look what Max is doing. So first of all, he's offline. So let's go to his page, and I think it's not here. We need to his link tree. Let's check.
Maxwell is so cool.
Oh yeah, man. He's sick. Links.
Man, Long, you're so famous.
Buy me a coffee. Merch. No. You are famous. Oh my god. Link does not exist. Thank you, Max. You scammed me, man. Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, it is there because I checked it a few days ago. The merch.
Where is it? Podcast
Let
merch.
us talk.
Buy me a coffee. What is this? What is this, man? What are those links, Max?
Oh, Super is like, what happened to Super? What the hell?
Yeah, man. Holy shit. What is this? Twitch, Twitter, podcast? I don't know. Okay, it doesn't matter. I can't show it to you. I also don't know who else is doing something like that. But yeah. Let's go back to this. So this is a framework, and you will use frameworks later, not now. First, you need to get through all of those thingies here, okay? Those structures. And then we go further and we learn about all those heavy weights here, man. If you understand this, you're the master of programming, man. Because if you have this, you can code anything you want. Which is called API, REST API, and the connection between server and clients. Okay? Those are very big buzzwords right now, but this is I will explain it to you soon. But let me ask you, like Monet, Faisal, and Isaac, for example, have you guys worked with that, or Tess?
I've tested an API before.
APIs and
What's
REST
an
APIs.
API?
Yeah. API and REST. I tested the REST API, the Twitter API.
Wait, can you say it again? I didn't.
The Twitter API is a REST API.
Probably. I don't know how it is built, but I think it is one, because I think I remember that it is structured like this. Who else wants to explain what an API is? Maybe our blockchain dev, Alvina. Hello. Welcome in. No worries. Or Blazer, do you want to say something about APIs, or I will just explain it? No, because I have a shitty microphone. What? Man,
Shut up,
okay.
I mean that.
So what did you say? Your microphone is so shit, I don't understand it.
Man, I mean bad.
Oh shit. Okay, man, let me do it.
No, it's fine. So API. First, what does it stand for? It's Application Programming Interface.
Wait, let me
What does
write
that
it.
mean? It's basically something you can use to
Application.
pass down information, like so you can show your interface. That's why it's application programming interface.
I
And
swear.
where do you get the API, or like how do you even use it? Normally, for you to communicate between client and server, which is the term Long has there, you need an API, like a middleman. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, but I think it's too complicated.
Yeah. API is basically a middleman.
No,
I
no
think
worries.
if
But
you try,
that, yeah.
I think if you try the concept of going to a restaurant, it will be easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The waiter is an API. He communicates your order to the kitchen, and he gets the thing and delivers it to you. Like all that process the waiter is doing is what an API does.
Like
You
a
make the
UX?
request, the waiter takes the request, sends to the kitchen does what he has to do, like processing, and then delivers back to you. And
Okay.
basically, you are the client,
Like a UI UX?
the guest is the API, and the kitchen is the server. And yeah, Long can now continue with his drawings. What is that?
So this is Isaac's kitchen. Okay, you will
Yeah.
get a lot of bones here. Bones. Very like
Bones.
44 dishes if you want. And this is the waiter, and this is Albina, and this is Matilda. Okay, they are in a restaurant, and this is part of this Isaac's kitchen, but it's outside because you can eat outdoor. Okay, so they join here, they go somewhere and want to eat, and now they need to communicate with Isaac's kitchen to get their food. But how do they do that? Do they go to the kitchen and say, yo, I want the bone menu number 4, please? And they are like, who the fuck are you, man? Why are you in my kitchen? This doesn't work, you know? And that's why you have something which is the waiter. And he's like, "Toot, toot, 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 toot. Hello, I'm from Isaac's kitchen. What do you need?" And he's like, yeah, we want number 4 twice. Thank you. And a Coke. Coke. How do you write Coke? So? Oh my god, I don't know. But you get it. And then he's like, okay, he wrote it down. And then he's going back. And this guy, Isaac's kitchen, he's like, oh yeah, I hired this guy, and I know him, so I won't say, who the fuck are you, man? He's like, yeah, give me your next, what is it called? Your order. Yeah, your next order. And then he's cooking something. And then he has some bones here on a plate. And then he takes it and brings it to them. But twice. Okay? That's basically what an API is. Okay? Do you understand?
It's like a middleman?
Yeah, exactly. It's like a middleman,
Oh.
which connects two different parties. Okay? APIs are like middlemen which connect two different parties. But it doesn't have to be limited at 2. Because now imagine you have this here, here, and here, and here. Oh, fuck. And all those people also want something. So you have to build it in a way that many people can do it at the same time. Or imagine, oh shit, this is the wrong one. Like, how do I disconnect this? Okay. So imagine now you have a big party, and now this kitchen even needs to be able to give all this big party the food at the same time. But imagine you just have one person who can deliver the food. How long do they have to wait? Right? And that's what APIs have to be. Okay? You need to code them in a way that many people can get what they want when they request it. Okay? Tess and Snow, did you get it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, explain it to me. Like I'm 5.
Bye, y'all.
What? Do you even see my screen?
Yes, I changed my laptop.
Starving. What about you? Can you explain to me what an API is now? I cannot. Why not? Are you watching K-pop? I figured it out. Okay, okay. I'm just here to listen. Okay, no worries. Okay, guys, if you have any questions regarding that, we can do it later. But we also just covered the server and client basically. So you have to imagine like Isaac's Kitchen is a server, like there where everything of the data which you want to transfer to somebody is hosted, you know, and that's what Isaac's Kitchen is. And the client are like all the people who are your clients here, which makes sense, right? If you're in a restaurant, you have clients and they want to get something from you, and that's why you have the server and client connection. And it goes even deeper, but we don't need to go there. And yeah, that's basically the principles which I just tried to explain to you. You don't need to understand everything completely right now. You just need to have heard of that. Okay, so that's it basically. And then we move over to the rest of this part, which is to start your own project. And normally you just can do it on YouTube, or you go down courses like Udemy or Coursera or something, and then you follow some video course, and then you do that. But that only works if you really have the commitment and you already have some kind of experience or something to do that. But what I recommend is to go into a community or some kind of boot camp, because they really force you to stay accountable and just do your stuff. And then you can do it together, because in a YouTube course and YouTube or course, you are alone, you are online. It's very hard to do something. That's why we are doing right now what we are doing. We have this community boot camp, and yeah, that's where we can start a project, and that's what we plan to do here in the future. And if you want to join, guys, feel free to join. We have 3 projects right now which we are running. Arth also is working on one project with me already, which is a YouTube keyword tool. And we basically are trying to figure out what kind of trends are emerging in the new videos on YouTube, and what kind of thumbnails do you need to get the best retention from the user, which means like what kind of keywords or what kind of title of your video do you need to have so people click on it. That's what we basically are doing, for example. And then we also have like the hashtag tool for Instagram, which I want to build, and anybody can start with me. And then we have another one, which is automation of content creation, but this is a little bit heavyweight. That's what I'm doing on my own right now. And yeah, so feel free to join. And yeah, so also build a network. What I can recommend you anytime, if you're a content creator, document your work. It can be on LinkedIn, where you just say, hey, I started learning about this one or something, or on Instagram. That's how we all came together, because I started to write about code on Instagram, and that's why I met Matilda, for example, or Hungry Mood, like Starving, and also Tess. I think we know each other for forever, and also Arbina, since our first days on Instagram. And then if you want to engage with people in a more deeper level, go on Twitter. And other than that, check out Discord, because you see what we have created here with Discord. That's amazing. I'm also surprised that I saw Isaac here. I don't even know how he knew that we have this going right now. That's what welcome in again, man.
Announcement.
Yeah, but who the fuck reads announcements, man?
This place, man.
Amazing. Thank you for that. Okay, so that's it. And now we will create more, because if you want to do something, you need to create. And that's what we consumed right now. And I think this is the best way how to start, so you can understand from the bottom to the top what you have to do until you can actually have a real project and do something. And we will create more by having your own small projects. You don't need to work with the project which I have. You also can create your own, but I can help you. And you can join other devs and just help them, you know. And for example, you join me on something like Arth is doing, and then he just can build it. I can look with him on the code, and I can teach him some stuff which I always use, or he can teach me some tricks and frameworks which I don't know. And then that's how you can come together and you can stay engaged. You are not alone. And you also can do pair programming, all that stuff, you know, because this is how it keeps you going. It's like going to the gym with your partner. And that's what we are doing, okay? And then at one point you got to a level where you really can say, if you want to work as a software engineer or something, you can find a job as an intern or junior dev and then work your way up to a real software engineer. Yeah, and that's basically it. Okay? And that was the rundown of the coding adventure onboarding. I estimated around 1 hour to finish all of that. And yeah, that's it, guys. So thank you for listening. I hope it was insightful for you. If you have any questions, don't ask me. I'm gone now. No, just kidding. Feel free to write them in the chat. And yeah, tell me what you think. Was something unclear? Do you want me to discuss something further? I also can give you a screenshot of this amazing structure. No, actually the what is it called? The API visualization. Yeah, I just posted here. When will the follow-up bootcamp be? Thank you, Starving, for this amazing question. It definitely will be after everybody has their lunch, because we don't want to starve, obviously. And yeah, we need to decide when to do that, because I want to hook up as many people as possible. And we also need to figure out what time zone people are in. And yeah, so it probably will be during the what is it called, evening, in the midweek, not on the weekend, or on the weekends like today, you know. So we need to do that. And you're asking where we get little tasks. That's a good question. It depends on your level, what you do, because for example, if you have some kind of groups, which we have here, and you can work on some tasks together, I can just give it to you. And we need to figure out, do you want to work on your own project, or do you want to do something which is related to the projects which we have, you know? Which I actually recommend, because then I keep doing that. You also stay up to date with that. And because the projects which I want to work on, those projects cover the whole roadmap of a data engineer. But if you are into data engineering, you also learn a lot of principles for web developers, which are a little bit more data driven, you know? That's why when you join me, you will learn a lot about data, software engineering, and web development, a little bit. Yeah. Also, Snow's asking, who is also new here? I think everybody is pretty established here. You're the only person who is really new, like from yesterday or something. Isaac, we have known him or each other from Twitch, but this is the first time we talk on Discord as well. And I also know Isaac is doing some Python code, but I don't know at what kind of level. But Isaac, man, if you want to build your own project as well, just hook up in the chat or talk to me, and then we can find something which we can build. Because what I do is automation. I don't build apps or websites where people can use. I build websites like dashboards. Like people can see the data. I can show them something like this. Let me show you. What is it called? Not just analytics. Okay, let's see if you can do this. Okay, look, let's go to a female coder. This is a page where you can get analytics on Instagram accounts. Okay, so let's see what this account is doing. This tool.
Yeah.
So we have Matilda, a female coder. She has 46,500 followers, and she has a higher engagement, blah blah blah, than most people, and blah blah blah. You see all the data here. You see a graph.
Whoa.
You see how many followers she gained and how many she followed, blah blah blah. Here you can see that she hasn't been so active like me. That's why it just stays at this number. But if you are active, you see that, blah blah blah, and then you see all this thing. And this is what I do. I get data and then I visualize it. That's what I love to do. But I like to automate the whole process. And this is what this tool is doing as well. They have a whole structure, a whole software which automates all of that. Just give in any name and then you can get it. Like, guys, give me some Instagram name. Long integer, probably Earth. Okay, let's go. Probably
Integer.
Earth. Let's check this one. Maple Story. Hungry. Isaac, do you know Maple Story?
Yeah, a lot of my friends around used to play when they were a kid.
Nice.
For
Look
real.
at this.
This is childhood.
So you have an engagement rate higher than the average, which is 26%. But when you have like below 1,000 followers, it's very easy to get like 100% or so, because the ratio is very easy to manipulate, you know. And what is this? We can't get any data from you, man, because you didn't like have so much history. And we need some days so they can get the data from you. But that's all we have. Let's go to Hungry Mood. Boop. Oh, it's not Hungry Mood. It's Hungry Mood JS. Oh my god. Yeah, we have now Hungry Mood. Oh my god, it's another person. By the way, we'll start today with a project. Yeah, let me get to this after this. So we have 3,019 followers. So good, man. So good. Then we have, 32%, man. That's fucking high. That's like, oh my god, dude. Guys, the engagement rate normally is at 5%, and she has 32, man. That's crazy. Look at this. Poof. That's probably where she posted a reel, and then it exploded. Boom. Yeah, but that's it, guys. Okay. That's it for the whole introduction and all that stuff. And now we can move over to the project. But I will finish the recording now, actually. So, guys, thank you for listening. If you are listening to this recording, and if you have any questions, hit us up at the selfdev.com, or just me on Instagram at long.integer. And then we can discuss more. Good luck, have fun, goodbye.